Cornerstone kids, welcome back. My name is Maddie and this is
Malachi.
And we have a couple questions. So, yes. Malachi, why did people hate Jesus when all he did was teach, heal, and feed people?
That's a good question. So, since like the beginning of like Abraham and throughout Moses, there was a coming prophecy of this person that was going to crush the serpent's head, right? And so all of Israel and all of the nations were waiting for that one Messiah, and it was Jesus, but the Messiah, Jesus didn't meet their expectations, right? They created this person in their head who was to come. So when Jesus, the Messiah, came and said, I am, meaning Yahweh, like I am God, I was who was to come, they didn't believe him and they thought it was blasphemous. And so these Pharisees and Sadducees were like religious leaders, but they were very legalistic leaders, and they thought things were supposed to be black and white, and they forgot the mercy and the love. But Jesus came for the sick. He brought the mercy and the love. And so when Jesus didn't meet the expectation of what they had in their head, they were disappointed, and they thought he was saying blasphemy, and they decided to kill him. And so little did they know. And so as Jesus was hanging on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. And so Jesus had the great act of love of dying on the cross for us. And he was the Messiah, because 3 days later, God raised him from the dead, and he did defeat sin and death, and life doesn't end at death, that we have life after death through Jesus.
Yes.
Maddie, I have a question for you. Why do we need to believe in Jesus and not just be amazed at his power and wisdom?
Good question. Okay, so in Romans 10:9, it says that if we confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in our hearts that God has raised him from the dead, then you will be saved. So this is saying that we have to believe in Jesus, that he did die for our sins and rose again 3 days later. And we have to believe that in our hearts. And when we do believe that in our hearts and live that out every day, we will be able to be amazed by his power and wisdom of our lives. Yeah. And it's just not a one and done, like you say that prayer and then you just forget about it. You have to live your life by Jesus and walk out and serve him all the days of your life. So those are our questions.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.